Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for beautiful reviews, for your messages. I wanted to take some time to thank you for being a part of this tribe. Now, I know a lot of you are intuitive who are following this channel, so I have decided not to place any object on top of a pile today because the title of this reading will be quite interesting. We're going to be looking at the power, the ability that you hold, and a lot of you are aware of your abilities already, but maybe something will come up in the reading where maybe you'll want to take interest in something else, or you will uncover an additional talent of yours, or I don't know what to expect from this reading myself. We're gonna see where it takes us. So pile number 1 is here, pile number 2 is here, pile 3 and pile 4. I'm gonna catch you in timestamps. Hello pile number 1. So let's see what's up. I'm going to be pulling from one more deck. Whoever needs name of decks, there is a video on my channel. There should be a link in the description box to that video so you can find on all the decks there. Okay, bear with me, I'm gonna shuffle, and this reading will be more like a channel reading. We might read from the book if I feel like there is a need to. We'll see where this reading takes us. What I want to focus on is your abilities. Something that you're aware of, something that maybe for some of you will be still new. You might discover it in the future. And I also want to look at the bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. Nice. Now, for pile number 1, what I'm seeing here, guys, let me take these cards a bit closer to you. Here you go. It seems like for a lot of you, you hold a very strong power when it comes to knowing what's going to happen before it happens. You have a really good intuition. I do think that a lot of you watching this video will be professional or spiritual teachers, or tarot readers, or you're doing something with energy work. See, pile 1, I want to take some time to acknowledge the fact that you have taken time in order to grow by yourself first. If that is something that you don't feel like you've done just yet, that's something that you'll be focused on in the future. The Hermit is here. This Hermit is quite magical to me. Taking time off for yourself and not rushing into things in order to reveal your spiritual gifts. The magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. This is saying don't be afraid of the abilities that you have. Explore it. I'm hearing explore it. A lot of you are witches, witchers. You know, you probably have a lot of, you have probably faced the dark side of yours, meaning the shadow self, and through that you grew. So this is your kind of card saying a good pat on the back for doing so. You somehow can turn things into gold, almost feels like. Pile number 1, you are born under a lucky star. Now there's also a certain bird that might be like your totem, I'm hearing, or a guide even for some of you. So maybe throughout this journey you have noticed a bird that was a part of your discovery of your spiritual gifts. So pay attention to that for sure. For some others, I'm seeing that that bird might be a deceased spirit that is showing itself to you whenever maybe you need a confirmation or a push. Now for you, pile number 1, what I'm seeing, you somehow can turn a maybe difficult situation into something that motivates people, and that's something that you should use. You are meant to be leaders, pile number 1. You can do it through spirituality. You can do it through, I don't know why, for some of you I heard religion. Maybe you want to be those, you know, walking 3D guides for other people. You know what I mean? I think for some of you, you have this also, I don't like it calling gifts, you see, but you know, people understand it more clearly when I say a gift, because we all are gifted, if we want to take it that way. We all born with special abilities that we have. For pile number 1, you can turn darkness into light very easily, and there are a lot of secrets that are hidden in the darkness, and you somehow take that knowledge and put it in such clear and such orchestrated maybe a way of saying things that it makes sense to a lot of people. Use this ability that you have. You are here to cultivate love, meaning you are here to somehow show how can we acknowledge the bad situation, right? And take something valuable from it. You meant to lead people somehow. Allow your creative forces to come out of you. Some of you haven't done it just yet. Do some kind of play around with arts and crafts, or maybe some kind of creativity in general, whatever creativity means to you and wherever you are drawn to. Because I'm paying attention to number 3 here, 21, and number 3 here in the witch card. For some of you, number 3, 5, and 9 will be quite important in your life, specifically number 9. Now, you are here to somehow collaborate with people. This is saying in order to show them the way. So talking to people, communicating with people, like almost like taking them by hand whenever they're in a dark situation or in a difficult place, and showing them how that is impacting them for the better, how that's gonna lead to good things, how to understand that that is something that is happening not to them but for them. You guys are going to stand in this lifetime on all fours. What I mean by that, I'm looking at the 4 of Pentacles here. You're going to create your stability through doing things from heart space, meaning love. And whatever it is that you do in life, however you're going to approach it, if your heart's not going to be in it, you're not going to find yourself fully present, if that makes sense. That was a very weird way of explaining things, but that's what I heard. Now, one more thing, what I wanted to say for pile 1, you don't have to compete, or you don't have to look at other things, how they're doing it, because your own is your own unique way. Let me see what else. Dreams are quite important for you. Pile number 1, you're very mystical. Use that mysterious force about you. You might be more alive evening time, and you might be getting quite a lot of downloads in the evening in general, a lot of ideas. Use that time for yourself. You see things that other people don't, and there's a reason for that. This is saying pile 1. How do you want to use it? Do you want to only use it in your personal life, or do you want to do it professionally? A lot of you are doing that professionally already. You just probably you just clicked to have a confirmation. I don't know why I heard that. For someone, you don't have to give away all of your secrets. So maybe ways of doing things, because this is your own way. You don't have to give away everything. I don't know why I'm hearing keep the mystery to yourself, and feel when there is a need for you to keep boundaries. You can be a very good person, and you can have very clear boundaries. So sometimes people might think that, oh, this person is rude. No, they just have their boundaries straight, whenever people cross it. So I don't know why I want to talk about it. Saying no doesn't mean that you are a bad person. Just a reminder for some of you, this is self-care. Self-care is priority, because if you don't have your well filled up fully, then how much do you really have to give to other people? That is the message I have for pile number 1. Best of luck in your future and in your endeavors, and I'm going to catch you the next time. Bye for now. Hello, pile 2 people. I'm going to be pulling from one more deck, and we'll be looking what's up with you. I still don't know how I'm gonna name this video, so by now you clicked on it and you're probably very sure. But what we're looking at is your abilities and something that you may have. Those gifts that people like to call it that way. I don't like to call it that way, because we all come with a certain set of gifts. So it's just part of us. That's something that we bring with ourselves, you know, like a toolkit. That's how I like to see it. So let me shuffle this deck. Whoever needs links to decks, I have a video on my channel, and there's also a link in the description box showing all decks that I use on this channel. All right, pile number two, what's up? I want this card. Pile number two, what's up? I want that card. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the camera in a minute, bear with me. And I want a bottom one. Wow, okay. Bottom of a deck, 9 of Pentacles, okay. Pile number 2's, you are about independence. You're all about independence. In this lifetime, you might find yourself seeking for freedom. Freedom in relationship, freedom in career, freedom in general. You'll be seeking for that, and that's something that your soul is urging you to do. Now, if that's not your pile, click maybe on the other one. You are super. Look, we have the 9 of Pentacles, someone who is focused on their own freedom. Birds, right? Freedom. And I say birds because that's what I imagine when I see 9 of Pentacles. Someone who is not attached to maybe a corporation or is not dependent on anyone else. Would it be in family, in relationship, you know, whatever. Now, it's vibing together with solitude, alone but not lonely. Then we have detox, cleanse and restore yourself, and epiphany, reveal your gifts. Pile 2, there are still a couple of gifts that you may have not discovered just yet. It seems like you will do it through time. It's gonna come through experiences in your life. It might be very unexpected, the way it's gonna reveal itself. You're gonna have to be patient with this one because you still need to experience a couple of more things in order for it to be a time and place to be shown to you. I hope I'm making sense to you here. Now, what you are really good at, pile number 2's, is being on your own and not feeling like you are left out. Alone but not lonely. Funnily enough, we have 5 of Pentacles at the bottom. You always have someone next to you. Would it be from spiritual realm? Would it be from your soul tribe? You are very capable of somehow making maybe or money, or when something really maybe terrible happened to you before, you somehow were able to pull yourself up, but maybe some other people too. You are almost like unbreakable sometimes. If you don't feel it that way just yet, that's where you're headed towards to. In order for you guys to reveal all of the gifts that you tend to have, what is important and what you're gonna notice is that you're gonna turn to a different way of living. Maybe your diet's gonna change, maybe your routine or your hobbies, and that is gonna be one of the turning points for you in life. Now, you don't have to go and start, eating only organic foods. It might be expensive. It's not for everyone, but there is something about changing the way you live your life that will be a big changing point for you, like a breaking point almost, where you're going to be like, damn, you know what? I've been living this way for so long. I did something to change my energy, meaning change a routine or discipline of yours. Is going to allow you to feel very free and almost like you're already free-spirited, but the way your body is going to feel, it feels almost like weightless to me. So maybe pile 2, you are looking for an answer or confirmation when it comes to your way of living, maybe what you put in your body. My body is a temple. A lot of you probably have done it already and you're like, I know what I need. I know what my body needs. I can cure my body by my thoughts. Or, by the way, a lot of you probably have seen that documentary about how water, how thoughts and how words can impact water. And I feel like for you guys, you somehow have this ability to heal people. Would it be energetically? Would it be by speaking? It's something very, very precious there for me when I'm looking at your energy. You are going to make yourself very successful also financially once you somehow connect your ability to heal with what it is that you do in your everyday life. And this can be healing people physically. So we would be talking about, someone maybe who's a doctor or into medicine of some sorts. It can be herbs too. Or you can scan people, like I almost see them in Blueprint, and you know where exactly it is that that person has a problem or issue. I'm being very specific here. It might not be for all of you. Or you are someone who is going to be an example for other people how to heal their bodies, because you have done it somehow yourself. So it can be also talking about mental health too. It doesn't only have to be the physical body, because our mental health impacts physical body big time. And again, I'm referring to how that documentary was showing how we talk to one water and we spread the negativity towards it, right? Saying I hate you. And then the way that the snowflake turns out once we freeze that water is very different to the water that we were spreading love towards to. So this is saying that's something that you're gonna realize, because we are made mostly out of water, right? Look at the percentage. And this is saying you are understanding how your thoughts and how you talk to yourself truly impacts your physical health, and that's something that you're going to be using very wisely in the future. You are not in need of a partner. I don't know why this is coming through. Pile number 2, not that you're not gonna have one, because we have the family card here coming up, the 10 of Pentacles, having that heritage, building that heritage and having financial growth as well as success. But it seems like, if anyone is wondering here, and if you're singles, and some of you are married here, you are going to somehow find yourself just before meeting the one. I don't know why I'm talking about this here, but maybe someone needs to hear it. Just before meeting the one of your gifts will reveal itself to you. You're somehow going to be very focused on self and being alone but not lonely, and you probably by that time will be teaching other people how to use their ability to heal themselves too. This is a very specific pile. I'm sorry if it's not making sense for each of you, but that's what I'm seeing. Let me see if anything else here. Someone has really pretty eyelashes here, pile number 2s. Very long or very curly, one or the other, Don't be afraid of the talent and the gift that you bring in this lifetime, pile 2. It's given to you for a reason. Pay attention to number 4, number 5, number 6, 3 for some of you. There's something else I wanted to say. I feel like I want to pull one more card for you, but not from that deck, from the other one. There's one more power ability that you have, pile 2, that we haven't touched on. Let's let gravity do the work. Make your dreams real. Okay, you big ass manifestors, pile 2. Believe in it. That's no doubt about it. Make your dreams real. 10 of Pentacles, whatever you think of, it happens probably much quicker maybe to you than other people. And it is because you are taking action. You are stepping into the uncomfortable, or you exploring the unexplored. And that's the way that is going to lead you to the financial success in the future as well. What is it that I haven't explored just yet? What are my fears? I'm going to face my fears, And it's difficult for a lot of people to do that. But for pile number 2, you're very capable of that. So you're probably going to find yourself in a situation where you're like, you know what, I feel like there needs to be a big change happening in my life. I'm gonna make it happen. And bang, you take yourself out into the uncomfortable position. You place yourself in discomfort, and you find yourself building from there. So I truly hope that this made sense. Pile 2 was a bit different from what I maybe was planning it to be, but I allow every reading to unfold naturally. I hope it made sense. I'm gonna catch you the next time. Bye for now. Hello, 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉. So I'm gonna be shuffling one more deck. Whoever needs links to the decks, it's in the description box. There is a video on my channel covering all decks that I used here. Okay. Ooh, 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉, what's up? Wow, okay. Your energy is like over the top strong. 10 of Pentacles coming out. I know, makes sense here. Let me take these cards closer to you. I'm gonna adjust the camera in a minute. Okay, 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉, okay, strong, very strong. Very strong. You've seen quite a lot in your life. You've experienced quite a lot for maybe your age or how many events happened so far. Bottom of a deck, Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Whew. Let me have a sip of a drink with that one because this is an intense one. Right. 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉s. I think you don't realize what kind of ability that you have hiding in you. Some of you might be even afraid of that one. Like, some of you are maybe afraid of the things that you are seeing sometimes or you were seeing in the past. And you see 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉, you're very open to the, out of the 3D. You are very open to the source and to the universe, and you just in general you have been cracked a couple of times. What I mean by that, you probably or had a near-death experience, or you had a very difficult injury, or maybe an accident of some sort, or just a very tragic situation happening maybe around you that included you. And what this is saying, you know, whenever this happens, we are being asked to pause, to take time to reflect. You know, things like that have a big impact on us. And that happened to you for a reason. It actually didn't happen to you, but it happened for you regardless of how difficult it was. And I know it might be difficult sometimes to understand that when it's happening, but that is the way for pile number 3s. Number 8, number 7, and number 9. Quite important numbers. For some of you, in order to reveal your talent and the gift that you have in you, what needed to happen is for you to be in a karmic maybe or a situation or relationship here. And how you're going to build from showing your full authenticity. For you guys, you have this almost like shaman vibe about you, and this is saying embrace it. You are someone who is very easily communicating with the other world. You probably are really good mediums, you're very good channelers, you are someone who is able to read the energies in the room, and you are learning, or you just learned how to balance it out. Because some people are like, I don't like feeling other people's energies. I feel you, but with time you're going to learn how to I call it like a switch, how to turn the switch on, how to switch it off. So you're still compassionate to probably to most of the people's problems, even if they're talking about different subjects, right? But you know how not to take energies on you. You know when to speak and when to show your insight and when to shut up. Like, you almost see the whole scenario from all points of view, and your ability is something that is going to be needed for big things. This is giving me a vibe of someone who would probably be a great example for many other maybe spiritual people following you, but you mostly feel like a shaman to me. So maybe you have roots in your family, or maybe your ancestors were shamans. Take a look at that, because you have a very strong presence about you. So I wouldn't be surprised if technology was effed up around you, or you are able to influence energies and use it for certain things. Like, you are able to manipulate the energy and use it and for something else. This is very strange what's coming through here, but 𝒃𝒐𝒉, please let me know how you do this, because this is interesting. I'm familiar with this, but for you, there's more to the story I'm hearing. That is why I'm asking you to comment down below. There is more to the story. Now, the way your ability will develop even more is through finding a soul tribe of yours, and people like similar minded or with similar abilities will start coming into your life once you'll start sharing that part of yours, or once you'll start stepping into this path of mystery. Almost, that's what it feels like to me. Mysticism, mystery, you know. For some of you, you might be wanting to share, and that's something that I think for a lot of you should do. Share your story about how something that nearly broke you impacted you for a better, how to come out on top. This is gonna be quite an inspirational journey. Would it be, like as I said, or an accident or something physical, or a tragedy of some sort that has happened already, or a maybe coming out of a mental prison, depression, you know, but really bad depression, or bad anxiety, something along those lines. How did you come out on top? 𝒃𝒐𝒉. If you still feel like you are sorting things out, and if you don't feel like you're 100% in your power, that's something that you will be doing very soon. It feels like you'll be thinking about such things. It's okay, 𝒃𝒐𝒉, to pause in your journey. We are given pauses in order to what's the word I'm looking for? In order to gather scattered energy. So what happens sometimes, our thoughts are all over the place. We're given a pause in our journey of life in order to have more time to sit with ourselves and think about the next steps. So don't feel bad if things are taking a little bit more time. You are in competition with no one, 𝒃𝒐𝒉. I'm seeing quite a financial success for 𝒃𝒐𝒉 here, and it somehow will have a connection with difficulties in your life. So you using your experiences, maybe you're gonna be diving into darkness in order to pull the secrets out and to use it for other people. Like as an example, how do I make dark things or you know, unfortunate things, what's the word I'm looking for? Like this pile, number 3, damn. Basically, how do I make gold out of charcoal? And I just heard someone said, I don't like gold, I like silver. So, but anyways, regardless of a situation, this is saying you going to be making your fortunes out of the experiences that you've had. You somehow using it for the betterment. I don't know, this is so strange, 𝒃𝒐𝒉. You are very, very intelligent people, and you probably that type of person who probably doesn't talk a lot in a social setting. You observe and you gather information, and you know, people might find you very mysterious, and some people might be surprised how many things you're aware of and how much you know of. And that is why I like pile number 3. It seems like pile number 3 are really old souls, and they know when to say what and when to reveal themselves and when to just sit and be still. And when pause happens in their life, they know that it's happened to them for a reason. Very analytical, and that's something that is going to take you good places, 𝒃𝒐𝒉. You have a lot of abilities. It's not only one. You're probably amazing mediums. You could be card readers. You could be healers. You can use a lot of abilities that you have. But it's like you're going to choose one and you're going to go by it. You're going to expand and you're going to perfect one ability that you have. And you're going to be like, okay, if I will meet people who need my other abilities, it's almost like you're gonna pull it out of a box and use it then. Whew, what the energy, pile number 3. I don't know why, but I'm hearing collaborate with other people. There might be a new job opportunity coming for you guys to have a very strong connection with nature when you need to recharge or when you need to ground yourself, because you might be getting quite a lot from up there. Put your feet on the grass barefoot, preferably your palms as well if you can. Just lay down and just get charged from the earth. It's gonna not only ground you, but it's also going to replenish your energy, because it might be quite difficult sometimes for you guys to be up there and to receive so many downloads. You might not sleep well sometimes. This is part of a journey. This is saying you're gonna have to find your ways of how to ground yourself, or how to live in this 3D world when being very aware of the things up there, if that makes sense. But great, pile 3, congratulations, you have a lot to offer. I didn't want to mention every single talent that you have, because you have bits of everything, and you can use one ability, one power that you hold in your life path, truly. So I hope this made sense, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile 4. So I'm going to be pulling from one more deck. Bear with me. Whoever needs links to decks, there is a link below to a video where I'm showing you all the decks I use in this channel. So let's see what we have for you guys. I'm going to adjust the camera in a minute. For pile 4, pile 4's reading is going to be very different for pile than other piles. So if you feel like this is not your reading, because I don't even know if it's going to match the title of this reading, you can click on one more pile, because it does seem like it might be like an intro for some people here, or like a pre-story to what it is that they truly need to hear. Okay, so I feel like for pile 4 you definitely might want to click on one more pile, because I'm gonna be looking at different things here. Okay, all right, bottom of the deck we've got the 2 of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful, good. Okay, look, what you be, it's coming through not like you know what kind of abilities you have. Pile number 4, yes, a bit of that too, but more so like what you need to know right now, what you need to hear. For some of you, you are so much in your head, or you tend to worry so much, and that worry can be borrowed from someone else. So sometimes you might not understand, is that my energy? Is that something that I'm worried about? Or that is someone else's energy and someone else's worry, you know, that I have. So that's something that you need to differentiate. Once you're able to differentiate that, everything will be much easier to you then. You are probably worrying about one aspect of your life right now. What your card is saying with flashover, you're looking too much into the past or into the future, and it's all in your head. In the future, you're going to be looking at the situation and thinking to yourself, damn, like, why did I worry so much? It all worked out the way that it had to. For some of you, it can be related to maybe the spiritual sensitivity, you know, that worry, or to a connection of some sorts, because maybe there is mystery connected to it and you're trying to find answers, but you're like, I don't know anything. You know, I'm lost. So maybe for some of you, you're truly feeling like you are lost, and what you're being asked to do is to go into that cozy hermit state. The hermit state when you take time for yourself, to appreciate yourself, to find your soul's journey, to find what it is that would make you happy right here and right now, not what is gonna be like a long-term goal in 10 years, because goals over time change. We evolve, our goals change as well. So the goal that you have for the next year might not be the same the beginning of the next year. Makes sense? A lot of you, this is saying, listen, the ability that you have is, and something that you need to do, is to transform the way you see things. What was my perception before, and what am I seeing now? I'm gonna dive into the darkness and make the best out of it. All the secrets actually laying in darkness, and a lot of people are talking only about the light, spreading love and light, only light, only this, only that, butterflies and unicorns. Now, most of the secrets and most of the answers and the golden keys, as I like to call it, are found in darkness, because we go there to find our answers, to evaluate the situation, to take something from it. Then we close the door and we bring out that golden key saying, hey, now I know what this has happened. Now I know why I am like I am, because of maybe my parents, because of that family dynamics, because of the things I went through, right? So this is saying, hey, ride that darkness, love the darkness, become part of it, because we can never detach from that darkness. It's always going to be there. We need to know how to deal with it better, to make it your friend, to understand it, make it your friend, acknowledge when it comes back and why it comes back. And that's when it's going to be much easier for you to move through life. That darkness is going to be taking you places, and you are part of the light. So you basically balancing two things out. For pile 4 is really important, and when I said that, I looked at the 2 of Cups. You're balancing both out, and that's where unity happens. That's where strength comes from. That's where your health might be improved, where some people might be running from darkness and they're like, hey, I don't like these traits about myself, I need to just seek for the light. A lot of you know that that's not true, and that's not the balanced way of living life. How do I make both parts play? How do I know when this is my dark day? Okay, today I feel like shit. What I'm gonna do about it, I'll acknowledge it. I'll do what I want to do, what I can do this day, but I'm not gonna push myself to be perfect and always in this happy Instagram kind of perfect mood, or I'm just not motivated. I'm not gonna hold a grudge that I'm not like that, right? That is the key. The balance for pile number 4 is the key. And maybe that's something that you're gonna be teaching other people too. For a lot of you, maybe you wanted to skip through that, kind of rant, because you're like, I know that, and I'm teaching people that. I am teaching how to transform the way they see things, to transform what is being said or what is being shown sometimes, or how people talk, maybe even online, and how I want them to see things, your perception doesn't have to be mine, vice versa, right? This is saying you're going to be finding your own truth, and you're going to be drawing your tribe in who vibes with what it is that you are trying to say. Now we have a star card. It seems like the transformation in your life will be something that will take you to your destiny, where you're supposed to be. And again, look at this wood, cracked open. So you have to be cracked open in order to let the light in, right? So that for me is saying whatever it is that is going to somehow or affect you, or maybe for some of you put you down or break you in the past, it's going to allow you to take from it. And I don't know why, but for all piles there was a bit of it though. The 5 of Cups. How do I look? How synchronistic. The Love the Darkness card and 5 of Cups here, crying over spilled milk. You are realizing, and you're gonna be using it somehow in your own lives, guys, pile 4s, how to stay positive, and how to stay realistic, or how to approach situation from all different points of view when something happens that one can see it as maybe a downfall or a terrible event of some sorts, oh damn, this happened to me. And you are somehow maybe transforming the way other people see things. Maybe you have an example in your life and you're going to be using it for other people in order to somehow for them to manifest what they want to have. It's all in your head, and the Magician is here. So what you think is going to manifest in what you have. We all know that that's not something new. But the thing is, there might be a gap sometimes. By the way, pay attention to 33112. The thing is, when we too much in our head and we think in those repetitive, thoughts that are not helping us to move forward, what happens, we get stuck in the same cycle. And what you're good at, especially for a lot of you now, what you realize is that, how do I break out of that belief pattern? So a lot of you probably going to be working with mind. One of the talents that you have is, how do I control the mind so that it controls the outcomes in my life? For some of you guys, you might be wanting to work with herbs. Maybe some of you, something to do with ayahuasca, in order to heal other people's traumatic past events, or maybe energies that they cannot deal with on their own. So there's something in you that you have here, pile number 4s, where you are riding the darkness and making it fun. Where you maybe ask someone to go back and realize how that past event, or the pattern that they're seeing in their life that they don't like, how that can be changed. And this is very much, I keep seeing swords all over this reading. So maybe a lot of you are interested in, in like people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, or someone who is able to change their, future outcomes based on their thought patterns or the belief system that they have since they were younger, completely changing one's mind. And that has a big, big, big impact when it comes to manifesting a new life. Yes, it requires quite a lot of work, but this is very possible. So I feel like for pile 4, you are probably or helping other people to achieve that state of mind, or you've done it already yourself and you're like, damn, like I could use it in order to teach other people how to do it. How do they transform the way they see life? How do they transform the way they see darkness? How we have a good balance between the light and the darkness? How can we truly search deep inside of us for answers, because we all know all answers? And that is why I like saying everything, like in tarot readings, everything I'm about to tell you has already crossed your mind. So it's all about bringing that out of people in order for them to find their own power, but not for them to give away, oh, look at this. And how for them not to give away their personal power to a tarot reading, if that makes sense, or to anyone else in general, whoever that person would be. Doesn't matter what kind of role they play in your life. And that's something for you guys that is quite important here in your reading. How do I change one's mind? So you might be very a lot of you probably are air signs, but doesn't have to be. Some fire here too. Regardless of what kind of sign you are those people who speak no bullshit. You're gonna tell it how it is, and it's given to you for a reason. This is saying speak the truth, and you're not here to be sugarcoating things. The way you advise people, the way what kind of experiences you've had, being honest with about your journey, and that is somehow impacting other people around you as well. Okay, so that's what I have for pile number 4. That was quite an intense one. I'm sorry if that wasn't your pile, but you kept listening. I hope that that was somehow insightful, and I'm going to catch you the next time. Bye for now.